Hello everyone. So right now I am going to make my ahi tuna. This recipe can be done keto or non-keto. I'm going to show you both. First thing that we are going to do is take some green onion and slice that up for the top of our tuna. Now, the first time I had this was at a restaurant called the Yard House here in Atlanta for my husband's birthday. And I totally thought that I would not like it. And I was very pleasantly surprised. So much so that I almost order it at every restaurant I go in if they have it on the menu. And I learned how to make it for myself at home. All right, so there are our green onions set out of the way to the side. Next thing that we're going to do is let's turn this way. Seaweed. Oh my God, it's so good. So I take my seaweed and it's roasted, it's dried. So I like to get all of these dry, so to speak, ingredients out of the way. That's a bit much. I love it, but I don't have to be this dramatic. Yeah, that's good. I like to get all of my dry ingredients out of the way because when we cut up our tuna, it's gonna wet up our cutting board. So this doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to chop. If you have a pair of kitchen shears, you can cut it that way as well. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just like to chop it up a little bit. Okay. Set our seaweed. Oh, this one didn't cut. Over to the side. There we go. Set it over to the side. Okay. All still keto. Now, next thing that we are going to do, I like to get my tuna frozen in the International Farmers Market. And frozen is better. And all your sushi is going to come pretty much frozen because when it freezes to a certain temperature, that is what is going to kill any parasites that may have been in your meat. So all we need to do now is cut up our tuna. You want to cut it up into fine little squares. There's nothing about this that needs to be quote unquote perfect. And this is this, basically the same as if you were to go in a restaurant and get, some sushi. Same thing. It's just that I'm not rolling it into a hand roll. It is just going to be in a bowl. So I like to cut mine up pretty small. Still keto. Okay. I just like to go through and just chop it up pretty fine. And it's crazy because these days it's almost like, oh my God, I prefer raw seafood. What is happening? As you guys know, if you follow my channel, I have been having raw scallops with lemon juice, and it is amazing. So the other day, my mom got me some oysters, and I was so excited. And I cooked my oysters, and I said, you know what? I'm going to throw my scallops in with the oysters. Horrible. I can no longer eat scallops that are cooked all the way through. I just can't do it. Hated it. So it's going to be raw scallops for me pretty much from now on. All right. Now that that is done and our tuna is all chopped up, the next thing that we are going to do is add our flavor. You can add some chili garlic paste. I might add just a tiny bit. I don't usually add this. We can add just a tiny bit of this, just for a little flavor. But here's what I do add always. My chili oil. So good, you guys. A little extra of this. There you go. Sesame oil. Oops, there we go. Pure sesame oil. To me, it's the sesame oil that really makes the dish. The soy sauce that I like is the brewed soy sauce. It's from Kroger, Japanese Inspirations, but you want to get the one that says brewed. That's important. I've tried this with other soy sauces, even authentic soy sauce, and this is the one that I like the best. Put that all over. All right. Now, sesame oil is not one of those quote-unquote keto approved oils, but I'm using so little of it. For me personally, I do not mind. If I was making this for a client who wanted to be strict keto, I probably would not use the sesame oil. But it's the star of the show when it comes to this dish. Okay. So we have that on. The next thing that we want to add, and you can do this with chopped garlic. I just prefer to use the garlic powder to get the flavor because I don't really want to chew raw garlic. Again, personal choice. Then let's add our black pepper. And my favorite, wasabi. And let me show you a little trick that I learned from my daddy. Put your wasabi. Now this is a lot. If you don't like really super spicy, don't put that much. I just like mine spicy, so that's why I do that. But put your wasabi. Add the soy sauce to it. And then take your utensil and stir it. This kind of liquefies the paste and gives you a better, even distribution. That's still a little bit thick, so you want to add a little bit more. The only thing that I am missing is my pickled ginger. I don't have any today, but if I did, that would be perfect. So like this is a lot of wasabi. If you cannot handle the heat, do not put that much. Fair warning. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay. Now, our tuna is ready. If If you wanted this to be really, really good, you could just kind of let this marinate a little minute before you eat it. Now, if you were going to do this and keep it keto, you would simply put your tuna in a bowl, put your onions and your seaweed on top, and be done with it. That's it. If you don't want keto, you would take some jasmine rice that I have already cooked, and I got some soy sauce on my bowl. Let's make it pretty. You will take some jasmine rice. I don't recommend this with regular white rice. Jasmine rice if you really want it to taste good. Okay, take your jasmine rice and then take your, just do it like this, your tuna. Put it on top of your jasmine rice. Okay, that's that. Let's get this out of the way. So you guys can see. All right, so we have our tuna, we have our jasmine rice. The next thing that we want to do is top on our green onions or scallions, whatever you want to call it. I like to do don't cook the scallions. They need to be raw. They add texture and crunch to the dish. I love seaweed, so I like to load mine up. Of course, if this was for a customer, I would make it to their liking. Okay. Let's clean this side of our bowl so we can have a picture for the gram. All right. Ahi tuna bowl. And if you want it, you know, I do have a little ginger. I don't have my pickled ginger, but you can take some ground ginger and add that to your dish if you want it. Very simple, very quick ahi tuna. Bon appetit.